Finally, the post-launch phase has arrived. Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to a new video where we will talk about the post-launch phase during a launch. To remind you, a launch has 3 different phases: pre-launch, launch, and post-launch. And all launch phases really are equally important. And if you want to learn how to launch organically without an email list, without social media followers, and without spending money on ads, but still want to hit 5 figures on your next or first launch, click that link in the description below and you will get access to the exact strategy, what you need to do in order to get there too. So about the post-launch phase, guys, it's really important, and you can already guess it, the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up, okay? So as I've mentioned in the previous videos, the post-launch phase is a really great phase to implement scarcity and urgency, to maybe add last-minute bonuses, things like that. That's typically when you are slowly about to close your cart. The post-launch phase can go as long as you want it to go on, really. It can be 3 days, it can be 5 days, it can be a week, it can even be 2 weeks, right? The longer each of those phases, the more sales you will make.
I like it a lot.
But also the more energy it will take.
But imagine how tired we are.
Because remember, I encourage you to do this live, especially when you launch the first time. So during the post-launch phase, it's really your duty to really follow up with the people via email, which you hopefully already have set up in the pre-launch phase, right?
Sure.
But now it's really up to you to really follow up with the engaged people, with the people who clicked on your emails. I follow up with everyone who signed up for my event, but also I share the last minute added bonuses, for example, or cart closing kind of emails with my entire email list. Because believe it or not, even the people who didn't sign up for the event, they still open that, and some people still buy if I take away some sort of like bonuses. So really never underestimate the power of sending emails. Again, you cannot send too many emails, especially during your launch. Next up, what I would recommend you to do is to repurpose the content from your mini event that you've just run. So you can chop it up into little reels and shorts and put it up on different social media platforms in order to expand your reach. This will again help you to draw in a new audience, and then also you can offer the replay to be watched until a certain point. It's not just about taking away that offer or closing the offer or taking away bonuses, but you could also utilize the replays as an urgency. So you can say, hey, until next week Wednesday you can still watch the replays. Chop up the little videos you've recorded, like you should obviously record your entire launching event, right? And then chop it up in little videos, put it on the social media platforms and link it back to the replays. So more and more people can still watch the replays while they're still up. Next up is to gather feedback from participants. You can gather feedback to collect great testimonials so that you can put those on your website so you have them next time. So when you start promoting your next event, because you should really rinse and repeat it if it worked, and also identify areas where you could improve so the next event could just be better. And last but not least, obviously evaluate your results. Assess the success of your launch based on the predefined metrics. Remember, I shared the financial formula in the first video of this series where you will set your goal, how much money you want to make, and we calculated how many subscribers you would need to have to your event. Now actually go back and evaluate how much revenue actually came out of this event, how many people actually signed up, and how engaged the people were as well. Analyze the data and identify learned lessons that you can implement in the next launch. This is really important. Most people miss out on that because they're like either so excited about their launch result or even also so upset about their launch result that they don't want to do anything anymore. But in order to be successful, you must implement that consistency, and this only comes to actually looking at the numbers and actually deciding, did this make sense what I just did? Should I repeat it exactly the way I just run it? Should I change something, or maybe should I add another layer to it? The truth is, you can do so many things with a particular launch, right? At the beginning, I would not suggest you to do all the things like ManyChat, emails, SMS, Messenger, being on phone calls. Like there's so many things you can do. Obviously, the more things you implement, the more money and impact you will make. However, the goal should also be to manage your energy, and therefore it's really important to analyze How did you feel going through the launch? How sustainable was it for you and your staff if you have helpers? Many of you may not have a team behind them. Many of you may just be starting out doing the whole launch themselves. So really go back and analyze this. What is possible for you to do? How did you feel? How was the workload? If you would have been prepared better, maybe you could have had a more successful launch. And here's the best thing about this. Now you already have all the content assets prepared, right? Next time when you run this particular launch, you have the slides ready for the presentations. If it's a challenge, for example, it's like 4 presentations, right? You already have that ready. Now you have the Facebook post ready, the Instagram post, the stories, all of these kind of things are already ready, and all you gotta do is repurpose it. If you want to re-record it, great, do that. If you want to just use it again, you can do that too. And that will maybe leave a little bit more space to add another layer to your launch. I hope this series helped you to understand the launch cycle a little bit better. And if you wanted to learn how to have your next or first 5-figure launch organically without spending money on ads, without having an email list or social media following, click the link in the description below. Check out our strategy, how we do it, and I will see you on the other side.